Minneapolis Institute of Arts actually contacted us. They sent an email or called Carrie Matthews for marketing. So then she sent something on to the brewers, said, you know, hey, these guys want to do this Tudor beer project. They were doing something to promote this Tudor period room that they have. So they have this event, Supper with Shakespeare, and then they wanted basically a Tudor beer, right, to go along with it. So you start, you know, Googling ancient beer recipes. That's kind of what I do. I get on the internet, and but luckily they had a more reputable source. So they put me in touch with a British food historian. His name's Ivan Day, and we did some Skype chatting, and then he had emailed some recipes, like, you know, took these pictures of manuscripts from the time period. And so we discussed, you know, certain aspects of what's going on, and like ingredient-wise, and what would they have been doing, you know, during the time period. So that was kind of where the inspiration for the recipes came from. So the main ingredient, right, is this crisp, organic, floor malted pale malt. And we figured that's going to be the most authentic base malt that we can probably find to replicate something from the Tudor time period. Organic barley, floor malted. The idea with the smoked malt is that, okay, you're probably brewing this over some kind of wood burning fire, right? Mm-hmm. And whether or not the mash or the wort would actually take on any of that smoke characteristic, I don't know. I've never brewed over a wood burning fire, but certainly when you cook things over wood, like, you know, the smoke imparts a character. So it's a really tiny amount. East Kent Goldings, just a really tiny bit, added right at the beginning of the boil. The most unique ingredient would be the sage. Obviously we don't use any herbs in the normal production of our beers. So in these recipes that were sent to me, one of them is called Sage Ale. Okay, sage, that's a pretty cool herb. Be interesting in a beer. Got some fresh organic sage and chopped it up and threw it into the kettle right, you know, towards the end of boil. Capture as much of the aroma as possible. After fermentation, when we racked the casks, so this beer is going to be served out of firkins, some oak firkins that we got. Then we added another, you know, dose of dried sage, you know, straight to each firkin instead of hops. The stuff that we dry saged it with, that was a dried, you know, ground. Yeah, more like rubbed, not so much like a fine dust. You know, tasting the wort, you know, while we're brewing it, it's apparent, but it's not overpowering. As far as home brewing goes, it's going to be pretty straightforward. It's like single temperature infusion mash. With our pilot plant, we had the luxury of, you know, precisely controlling that temperature and then heating it up to a mash off temp, which I doubt they were doing, you know, 500 or 600 years ago, but that's okay, you know, because maybe home brewing is going to more accurately replicate, you know, what somebody, you know, in the Tudor time period was actually doing.